Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be showing you these two eye looks, both festive, both fun, very fit for the season. If you are wanting to do something festive and fun for work, if you want to dress up on Halloween but you don't want to wear a full costume, these could be a really fun way to look festive and cute but toned down. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step on how to get both of these eye looks, both this orange sparkly jack-o'-lantern winged out look or this candy corn bat wing eye look. So enjoy! So I found 3 different eye looks on Pinterest that I want to show you how you can recreate, because sometimes you'll find one and you're like, okay, it's cute, but how do I even do that? So I'll show you today how you can do them. And we're gonna start off with this one here. It's very impactful, very cute, very simple. And if you have a job that gives you a little more leeway, that'll be a fun one to do. So I'm gonna show you how to do this one. And for this, we're going to need just a few different things. All right, so makeup you're gonna need for this, you're gonna want an orange eyeshadow or an orange eyeshadow palette. Today I'm gonna be using the Orangey Glad palette from Colourpop because it's just kind of everything that I need for this look. Then you're gonna want a pair of lashes. There are so many different types out there that you can choose from. I would go for something maybe a little less fluffy, like this is fluffy, or you could go for something very spiky. And there's a lot of different types that you can use out there. So then you're gonna want a brush and we can just get started. All credit to the original. This, I actually don't see a name other than that it comes from someone named Madison. So as you can see here, if we know the original, I'll try to look up the original. I'll try to source it by doing like a reverse Google image search, but it's absolutely beautiful. For liner, I am going to be using the Huda Beauty Life Liner in Very Vanta, which is super black. And then I also have the Creamy Kohl pencil from Huda Beauty, and this is also in that same shade, Very Vanta. So for myself personally, I'm going to start with this shade here in the Colourpop palette, which is Sun-Kissed. I'm going to dip into that, tap off the excess, and then I'm going to just make a big semicircle. I'm starting with the lighter orange shade first as the blending out shade. I don't want the dark orange to be so harsh along the edge for myself personally, but you don't have to do this. The original eye look that I showed is a little less blended out than this, but that's your prerogative. Then I'm gonna go in with Rise and Grind, this guy here. And I'm actually gonna take that on a little bit of a more firm brush to create that sort of pumpkin shape. So the original that I showed you guys goes right up to the eyebrow. You can make this a little smaller as well if you feel like this is just too much. You don't have to go up this high. You can take it just down on your eyelid and just do the eyeliner. It'll work just fine. So I'm gonna go in with this guy on that same brush. By the way, this is the Colourpop E18 brush. I'm gonna dip right into that. And pack that on. Okay, so now that we've got the orange base color down, I'm going to go in with the black eyeliner. Now, this is gonna be the part that's a little bit tricky if you're not super crazy skilled at eyeliner, which is hard to beat. Like, it's literally hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the picture and we're going to map it out. So at first, you're gonna wanna start on the inner corner and you're gonna wanna make the teeth shape down here. The way that I start to do my eyeliner, and if you're kind of new to this has a really sharp little point on it, the Life Liner. And you can start right here and just draw a line going back. I know it's like easier said than done. Anchor your hand on your cheek and pull it back. You can clean this up later with concealer. So if it looks really, really bad, don't worry. Before we do the lower lash line, we can clean this up. Okay, and I'm drawing the tooth right there. And I'm gonna take a little tiny brush and clear that out with makeup remover. This makeup remover, I really like it. This is the NYX Eye and Lip makeup remover. I just find that it's really good. It's very oily, but it gets the job done. If you're kind of new to makeup, Everything looks terrible until the end. Everything kind of looks like shit until you put lashes on. But just trust the process and know that like you can do this. It's not as hard as it looks. So then I'm taking a little bit of concealer on that same brush. I wiped off the excess makeup remover and I'm just gonna kind of pat that in so that we can fill that tooth in with a little concealer. It won't look messy. I promise it will look so cute at the end. Okay, so now we're gonna take that same life liner. Now we've got that part done and we're going to draw out the mouth in and then we're gonna draw a tooth down and tooth down. See how I kind of just clean that up? I just put a little bit of concealer over it and then we're just gonna start over. Like if you do an area that's not exactly what you want, everything can be fixed. Now that we've got the shape down, it's time to fill it in with black. What we're gonna do now is probably one of the more difficult parts because you can kind of mess it up at this point, but that's okay. It really is, it's okay. We can fix anything. Like I said, anything that messes up, you can fix, so don't stress. So what we're gonna do, and I feel like the way to do this would be to start with some dots so that you kind of have a guide of where to do this. So you can see where our teeth are. So now what we're gonna do is go in with the eyes and the nose. So looking at our reference image, it's over each tooth is where each eye is, and then the nose goes down from those in the center. So I just made some dots here so that we can see what we're gonna do. This might be a good way for you to do it as well, so you're not just kind of going in with nothing. So I obviously made the first triangle here. Let me try. And then the third will be the nose coming down right in between those. And then you just fill them in with black. If you remember the original reference image, there is glitter on the eyes. Now you can do that if you want. I think it looks really pretty. And you can do that now. You can either add it now or you don't have to add it at all. So this palette, if you choose to use it, it actually has this pressed glitter right here in the center. This would be a really pretty one to use. As you can see, it's got like this really gorgeous orange. If we plan on using this, you can actually just take it on a tiny little brush and place it where you want it. You don't have to do this beforehand. In fact, I chose to do it after because I personally find that if I am going to use a glitter, it's very hard to do a liner over the top of glitter. You totally can, especially if you're using just like a shimmer. I just find that then your liner gets really shimmery and it doesn't stay this like really deep black color. So if you want to use glitter, you can add it now. So this palette actually has three. So we've got this guy down here, which is a really pretty orange shimmer. Then we've got this guy up here, which is lighter. And then, like I mentioned, we've got the pressed glitter. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Tangerine Dreams at the bottom. I'm taking this on a little Smith brush. This is the Smith 302. Tap off the excess and then just sort of place it where I want it. So I'm adding a little bit of a shimmery base, and then I'm gonna dip into the glitter. And I just personally find putting it on after to be better. It's totally up to you guys, but I just think it's easier. I think it's more impactful, and it makes the whole process easier when you don't have to do eyeliner over the top of like chunky glitter. All right, so that's the top, and I think it just looks so cute. Now we are gonna work on the bottom. So this part's really easy. All you're gonna do is take some of those same orange colors and run them underneath the lid to make it all mesh together. Now, this look doesn't have black eyeliner on the bottom, but I personally think it would look nice with it, so I'm just gonna add it. Again, like I said, this is very Vanta. It's the extreme black version of the Huda Beauty eye pencil. You could do an orange eyeliner here if you wanted to keep it like really cohesive. I think the black works nicely too. And then we're gonna add a really spiky pair of lashes and a coat of mascara on the bottom, and I will be right back for the finished look. Okay, this is finished look number one. Really, 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 really fun. I think this is so cute. I would 100% wear this out. I think this is so fun. It's so festive without being too much. I just absolutely love it so much. And we're gonna move on to look number two. So I'm gonna do a little combo of this look here, which is by Best Makeup. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure this is somebody and that's a completely stolen look. So I'm gonna do the white, yellow, and orange, but with this bat liner. And this one is from Zimi, but it's Adjusting Beauty. So who knows, but it's the bat wing eyeliner. So we're gonna do a little combo of these two here. Candy Corn Bat. I have the palette that I came out with Pure. Most of you are not gonna have that, but any white eyeshadow will work. Or you can use a white eye paint, like a cream paint, or you can use like a really, really, really light concealer. Okay, so I found my palette. I forgot I put it in this very specific spot. This is the one I've already previously used. This is the actual palette here. It's got all my drawings on it. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen this, unless you're new here, which then if you're new, welcome. I'm just so proud. And I barely got to do any looks with this because, you know, 2020 was a crazy year for all of us, wasn't it? I got pregnant during a pandemic, moving house, renovating said house. We're gonna move on from that. Okay, so we're gonna start with Lumos, the white shade, and we're gonna pat it here. It's so very, very white. And then we're gonna go Candy Corn. So then we're gonna go into the yellow shade Dandelion. Right there in the center. Oh! Man, I did good on this palette. I really did. I really did. You guys have no idea how much time I spent coming up with each color, like testing out every single shade. Dude, I spent my life on this thing. Dandelion or any yellow shade that you have. And then blending that in with the white. So just kind of tapping on each side. And then I'm gonna go in with Am I Orange, which is the orange shade from my palette. And we're gonna tap that here. But I'm going to kind of flick that out. And then in between, I'm gonna tap with Am I Orange and a little bit of Dandelion to sort of blend them together. So we're getting that candy corn gradient style look right here. So once we get this part down, it's really easy from there. So you don't have to do much more to this look, but if you want to, you can do what I did with the other eye and add your shimmers either now or you can do it afterwards, which I think, again, like I said, I think afterwards is easier. So with blending, a lot of people are like, how do you get it to look like that? And this is like a really common question that you get when you're blending. You blend way more than you think you need to. Like some people just like, they'll do like 10 seconds and they're like, it doesn't look good. Do 100 seconds. Like just keep blending. Patting is good. Swiping, windshield wipers, little bit of this motion, but lots of patting I find is a really good blending technique to get that like seamless blend. So once you've got the colors down the way that you want them, again, we're gonna follow with that same black eyeliner. We're gonna do a line all the way down the whole lid, and then it's gonna swoop in, and you can do your dots, you know, do your dot technique. You can do a dot in here, out, in, out. So you know exactly where to swoop and place your lines. So when I'm doing eyeliner, I find it really useful and helpful. Try to just push it into your lashes so you're not going too high. You've got your base line down. So now we're gonna go in and make the bat shape. Before you do that, if you are using this Huda Beauty Quick Lifeliner Quick and Easy pen, shake it up, because I find that it can get a little bit dry when you're just using it and using it. It's gonna take a curve up and in and back out. So we're gonna take it about to here. So I just made a little dot because that's where the line's gonna go. So then I'm gonna curve it in. My eye was starting to water. That's the shape you want. I made my little dot, I connected the dot, and now I'm gonna flick it outward to make the top of the bat wing shape. Now this part, you're gonna have it go down, down, and then up. So you're gonna make a little curve there, and then you're gonna little curve there, back down, and back into the eyeliner. Is that one right? So we got 1, 2. I feel like I could have used a third. That's better. So now you're just gonna fill all of that in with black. Okay. I don't think I breathed that entire time. I obviously made my wing way larger than the photo. This one is, I would say, probably a little more work appropriate because it's so much smaller. I made mine a lot more dramatic, but you could stop yours right here and make it way smaller. I just kind of took mine out further because, well, that's how I'll do. Now I am actually going to take the same colors and run them under my lid because I just feel like that will tie the whole look together. Do you guys want me to do looks with my palette, even though it's not been sold for 4 years? Because I will. If any of you bought it and you're like, what do I even do with this? Well, maybe, I don't know. Just take in some of those colors and sort of softly running them under so it all ties in. And now I'm just gonna throw a little black eyeliner on because I want both sides to kind of look cohesive even though these eye looks aren't together. Honestly, you could wear it like this to work too. You could do both eyes exactly the same, or you could do one pumpkin, one candy corn. Like, who's stopping you? Nobody. Maybe your boss, I don't know. Who's to say? You could do this for trick-or-treating. You could do it Halloween party. You could do it work party. You could do it 1,000 different reasons. You don't need me to tell you. You know what you're gonna wear it to. And then I'm just gonna toss a pair of lashes on. And that is the finished look. All right, and these are the 2 finished looks for, I was gonna work appropriate, because Halloween is for dressing up. What I mean is, if you're trying to be festive, I think these work. I think your boss might allow these. Maybe a little less of a wing on this one, but my boss would have allowed this. I don't know about you guys. Like my work, everybody dressed up really nice, everybody's really professional, and yet they would allow this because it's fun. So I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to a party, if you're going somewhere and you want something festive and fun, and it fits the theme and the season without being too overkill, I think these are really fun, and they're relatively simple. They take a little bit of skill, they take a little bit of time, but I do overall think that most people could probably somewhat do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that it was somewhat helpful for you or fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed today's looks. If you do, give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, I'm gonna try to find the source of both of these eye looks that I showed in this video down below, all 3 of the ones that I kind of used for inspiration. I'm gonna do my best. They're from Pinterest, so Pinterest is really bad about like sourcing who things are from, so I'm gonna try to do a reverse Google image search and see if I can find them. If I can't, I really apologize, and maybe you guys can let me know down below who they are from originally. But I wanted to show you guys how to do them because a lot of people can see a look online, but they don't know how to recreate it or how they might be able to do it or what products to use. And I want to be helpful in that way if I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you at my next video.